This is the largest spaceship ever built by humans in the 23rd century. It can accommodate the population of a city. It takes 3,000 engines to drive it out of the harbor. Humans were going to use it to fly out of the solar system to find a colony planet. But in the end, it hit a giant meteorite. A few days ago, in order to investigate the virus leak incident, the United Nations Space Force's International Space Station was on its way to the Earth 9 research station. Unexpectedly, it encountered the Mars hot air balloon. The enemy launched 5 torpedoes directly at the International Space Station. The Earth Command was shocked when it received the news. A fierce debate broke out at the scene. In the end, under the persuasion of Rolla, in order to avoid a head-on conflict, the Secretary General decided not to move his troops. Due to the delay in transmission, the latest news was sent 20 minutes later. Command, the Nathan Hale has not fired on the Sirocco. Their missiles were not intended for us. 5 torpedoes passed through the Nathan Hale and flew straight to the Earth 9. It was blown up in an instant. There were 2 opinions on this incident from the command. The Deputy Secretary General suggested that in order to save the face of the United Nations, it could attack the Mars hot air balloon as a counterattack. It was not only close enough to Mars, but also very threatening, and fewer people would cause a large-scale injury. The opposition thought that it was almost like declaring war on Mars. It would start a war directly. In the end, the Earth Force launched numerous missiles at the Protomolecule space station and blew it up to pieces. From then on, there was a bright star in the night sky of the Martians. The Mars Defense Minister, on the other hand, only condemned the attack. In order not to let the Earth fall into the abyss of war, Rolla privately contacted the leaders of the mysterious organization, hoping to get some useful information from him. With the help of RAID, the Earth Force found a destroyed warship. After investigating this warship, a biotech company under Pierre, the richest man in the solar system, also set up a research station on the Protomolecule space station. It seems that the recent tension between Mars and the Earth is also closely related to Pierre. So the United Nations frozen all the assets of the biotech company and called Pierre to ask questions. The other party was very calm. He said that the company under him was not in the solar system and that he had no energy to control it at all. Although Rolla continued to pressure the other party, the Deputy Secretary General of the South was talking to Pierre all the time. Unexpectedly, after the meeting, the Deputy Secretary General of the South came to Pierre's manor. It seems that their relationship is not simple. A few days later, when Rolla boarded a private plane in the headquarters of the United Nations, she was attacked by someone who was targeting her. Fortunately, the Ministry of Security made a phone call and let her escape. On the other hand, Raid and Holden were planning to destroy the Love Star and completely eliminate the original virus. Miller proposed to use the largest spaceship in the solar system, No. 5, to hit the Love Star and make it roll away and eventually fall into the sun. In this way, the virus will disappear completely. With Raid's help, the team claimed that a nuclear leak occurred on No. 5 and successfully evacuated all the personnel. Then this huge spaceship was ready to take off. After thousands of spaceships arrived at the designated position, the engine was started. After the spaceship left the launch pad, the 5 huge main engines of number 5 started to rotate. The spaceship slowly left the port. The Holden team also took the Morley transport ship and the Roche ship to the Love Star. When they arrived, 2 members of the transport ship landed on the Love Star in advance. They needed to install an explosive device on it to ensure that after the crash, other personnel could not land on the Love Star and cause the virus to appear. At this time, the crew found a mysterious spaceship around. After the team entered the ship with an unmanned detector, they actually encountered armed personnel inside.